Hey everybody, Small G Gay. Honey Badger's back. Sounds like I'm like a hair salon, like when like one of the hairdressers is back. Honey Badger's back. By Honey Badger, I'm not talking about that cult YouTube clip. Oh my God, they're doing a Honey Badger book. I was like, wow, good for you. Like that'll go anywhere. Like books matter. But anyway, I think the YouTube probably matters more than the book does. But Newt Gingrich is among the living. Hello, I am so psyched, you guys. It was an amazing evening, and the mean old Badger's back. Oh, I just finished watching the South Carolina debate on the Fox stream. I missed the beginning and I missed the ending. And apparently there were a couple of missteps, or they weren't quite as great moments for Newt. But I didn't see them, so who cares? I'm not going to go back and watch them. Because it seems that the common consensus is that Newt won the debate. Even Fox News, who is so in the tank for Romney, had to admit that Newt Gingrich won tonight. At least, I mean, their pundits did. My God, you guys, it is so bizarre. I was streaming it, and they have like a second-rate, like a second tier. I don't want to say second-rate because Pat Caddell was there, and I've always kind of liked him. But it's like a second tier of people that are doing the online commentary rather than the television commentary. And a couple of those people were not the greatest because they were like, one guy said something like, I think that the reason why Newt did so well is that he talked about jobs and people like jobs. Something like that. Like, wow, insight. And they kept referring to Twitter, which was kind of funny. But then Ann Coulter, who's also in the bag for in the sack for Mitt Romney, she said it really arrogantly and elitist. She's such a media elite. She said on Twitter, like, Fox is going to Twitter. What's next? So they're going to check Craigslist and eBay. The common people on Twitter. Yeah, sorry, Ann. Sounds like she's a little upset. Sounds like she's a little upset because her robot didn't work as well as he was programmed to tonight. Sorry, Ann. I'm sorry for all of the pundits. And I'm sorry for all the mainstream media. And by mainstream media, we have to include things like Drudge Report now, Hot Air, Michelle Malkin, the Breitbart sites. I feel sorry for them because they all sold out. They sold their damn souls. And for what? Mitt Romney? And they've alienated all their listeners and viewers and readers. And for what? I got a news flash for you elite media people and elite new media people. You're great. You're entertaining. We enjoy your opinions. But you don't make up our minds for us. And it's like they think, maybe it was an Emperor's New Clothes situation. Maybe they felt like they had to say that his suit was great. Or maybe they think, it seems like a lot of them think if they say it, we'll think it. And if they say it enough, we'll really think it. Or if they all say it, we'll think it. But it's not going to happen anymore because we've got Twitter and you've got loudmouths like me and you've got thousands and thousands of other loudmouths who won't let that happen anymore. We'll come to our own decisions and the people will be deciding these things. And you just got 2 cents. That's just your 2 cents. Sorry. That's all it is. And a lot of them have really hurt their records by being so clearly in the tank for this kind of sleazy operator, Mitt Romney. So, whatever. He was booed a couple of times tonight, you guys. It was no, huge moment. There was a smattering of a pause here and there for Mitt Romney, but nothing compared to the crowd response to Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich got a standing ovation, and Mitt Romney was booed like twice. I mean, is Drudge Report or Big Government, for example, I mean, they kept reporting about how Newt Gingrich was booed in South Carolina. Are they going to say Mitt Romney booed twice during debate? You know, are they going to spin it that way? Something tells me no. Something tells me no. So anyway, Twitter was fantastic tonight. It was one of those nights where it was just alive and electric. I think I had more fun on Twitter tonight than I'd had since Dancing with the Stars. And it was exciting. And there was just a lot of stuff flying back and forth. I got massive retweets, you guys. Thank you so much. And some of my retweets were just like dozens and dozens of people were retweeting it. It was amazing. One of my tweets that people really liked was when I mentioned, and this was totally from the heart, I mean, having grown up in this country. Remember Junior Achievement? Does anybody else remember that? Remember that in the 70s? Get into something. Get into Junior Achievement. We had that in school. I took that. Learned how to start a business. I really loved when Gingrich was talking about young people getting involved in business. I thought that was amazing. And I mentioned that I would much rather we lived in a country where young kids were learning about how to start a business rather than how to hate America. And everyone responded to that. But it was just, I just kept thinking about the country that I was raised in. And, you know, you know what's really ugly about Mitt Romney? One of the things I really hate about him is that Gingrich has such brilliant ideas, and Mitt Romney just mocks them. Have you noticed that? And I think that there is a similarity between Mitt Romney and Hillary Clinton, in that both of them seemed to be the anointed ones early on. And I think both of them are eventually going to lose. Well, obviously she did, but I think that Romney, like Clinton, will eventually lose to Newt Gingrich, because Newt Gingrich can make them stand up and cheer. Newt Gingrich has that ability, and Mitt Romney doesn't. And we saw that ability tonight. And I know that people like Ann Coulter are upset about it, all the people that are just on Twitter. That Fox is more interested in what people were saying on Twitter. Like Newt's on Fire, which is one of mine. They mentioned that one. I mean, maybe someone else said it, but come on. You know, I mean, she's upset about that. You know, maybe we can eventually replace all of them with like a reality television version of them. Oh, that'd be awesome. So anyway, I know that they're bitter tonight. But what are you going to do? That's what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket. So the honey badger, he's back, and he's mean, and he's amazing. And I am excited. How did everybody else do? I thought Rick Santorum was whiny, and I don't know why he's there. He was whining again that he wasn't asked questions and that it wasn't being fair. He's uninspiring, and he has very limited appeal. That's always been his problem. He has limited appeal, sad to say. Rick Perry was the best I've ever seen him. But it's too late in the game. I think it's time that Rick Perry drop out and throw his support behind Newt Gingrich. I think that there's a possibility of Rick Perry being in the Gingrich cabinet, frankly. I've grown to really like Rick Perry a lot. I think he's got guts. And I like the way he's always stood up to Mitt. He hates Mitt, and he's really in your face about it, which is awesome. And he also really dislikes Ron Paul, which I like. And Ron Paul, I tweeted at one point that it sounded like he was gasping for oxygen. I do make fun of Ron Paul a lot, but I wasn't really making fun of that. I mean, it did sound like he was breathless, and it sounded like he was having breathing problems. And everyone says he's very frail, and that his health is not what it should be. I think that this is really wearing on him, and I think for his sake, he also needs to really think about dropping out, because this is looking like it's going to be a Gingrich-Romney race, with the people behind Newt Gingrich and the establishment and their elite media at all levels, basically pimping Mitt Romney for personal gain or dreams of personal gain or what have you. So I think that's what we're going to look at for at least a while. But overall, I thought it was the most exciting debate yet, don't you guys think? I thought it was really exhilarating. I thought Juan Williams was ridiculous. And, I hope everybody has a great one. I may or may not do a show tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'll see how I feel. And Kyle's talking about wanting to do one tomorrow, so maybe we will. We were going to do one tonight, but my boys weren't there for me. And also the timing of this one was really difficult because it ended at 11 when the show would start, which gives us zero time to put together a show. And considering the fact that I had computer issues at that time, it's probably just as well we didn't. So we'll see what happens. I'll definitely be on the air Saturday and maybe one earlier in the week. We'll see. Talk to y'all soon, everybody. Love you. Bye.